Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Walker, Professor of Communication at the Northwest Missouri State University.
Okay, Matt, we're doing a project on groupthink, so could you at least first give us a classical academic definition of groupthink?
I'll give you one as close as I can. It is a phenomena that occurs when, simply put, a group considers its cohesiveness to be the ultimate priority as opposed to the decisions that need to be made for a particular situation.
Okay, and as an academic construct or concept, why do you think that's important for communication students to know and appreciate and recognize?
I think it's an easy thing to fall into, and if you've never been exposed to the concept of it, then, as I said, it's an easy pit to fall into. Many times we focus on relationships way too often. We don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. We want to make sure that we're a good group member, so we agree. And a lot of times that results in poor decisions being made. Many times you get individuals together that don't want to hurt people's feelings, so they go along with other things. And if you have a group of people, as opposed to the first group I talked about, if you have a group of people who are secure enough in their relationships that they know that disagreeing is not necessarily a bad thing, 9 times out of 10 they're going to make a better decision. If they disagree, talk it out, have discussions, things like that, they'll end up with a better decision than the group who just wants to be friendly with everybody.
Right, so you think a majority of the cause then is just essentially people that don't want to be confrontational or have a problem with being confrontational? Or is confrontational a bad choice of words?
Not necessarily confrontational, but I would say willing to disagree. As I said, confrontational might be a little bit strong, but it's okay to disagree. It's okay to say, well, I don't really see it that way. And that doesn't mean that I don't see it that way, you're an idiot. It just simply means I have a different opinion of it, so let's talk through this. And by talking through things, you get to see each other's perspectives. And they may not be exactly that far off, but you've got to, as a group member, it's your responsibility to provide your best effort to the group. And if you see something going wrong, but yet you just go along because you want to be the good guy, you don't want to be the person who rocks the boat, you're making a bad choice.
Okay, just to give a pragmatic example of groupthink and how it relates to a real-world situation, let's talk about like an NFL franchise, for example.
Sure.
How could that be a concept that would affect the team?
I would say it starts with the ownership. First team I can think of is the Los Angeles Raiders. You gotta, and really, you could throw the Cowboys in the mix too there. If you have a very, very strong leader, as those two organizations do, they often hire what we call yes men. And so they just go along with everything, and as those owners begin to micromanage and make some of the smaller decisions, for example, in the draft, personnel. I mean, not that those are small decisions, but they're the owner there. They should be focused on some of the larger picture issues and allow some of their, for example, the general manager to make some of the more personnel decisions. If you just get people agreeing with you for the sake of agreeing, they want to keep their job, they don't want to disagree, it's going to result in some poor seasons, as the Cowboys and the Raiders have had within the last few years.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your insight and your time, Dr. Walker.
Absolutely. Glad to do it.